Hey, good morning. This is Rick, Rebecca, otherwise AKA Becky, and it is Saturday morning, February the 10th. We're meeting up with the Western North Carolina Jeepers, and we're heading out to MaxPatch and then over to Del Rio, traveling some back roads and some fire tower trails. So we're looking forward to a good time, and just going to kind of R&R off the beaten path. We met Saturday morning at the 209 Cafe in Waynesville, North Carolina. In fact, it's located at 3360 Crabtree Road in Waynesville, North Carolina. If you have the opportunity to eat there, man, be sure and stop in. The food was great. The service was good. Great time. We met for breakfast at 10 o'clock. Had some good time and fellowship. Those that didn't want to meet and eat breakfast came in about 10:30, and then we went over and began to meet and get the itinerary for the trip for the day. Great place to eat, the 209 Cafe. The general manager and operator there is Drake Fultz. Used to cook at Cracker Barrel. He's been in the restaurant business for a long time. He and his wife do a great job. So stop in and eat with the folks there at the 209 Cafe. Oh, it's lighting up, getting ready to head out. Everybody's mounting up. Some pretty nice rides here. The first leg of our trip took us up Highway 209 till we finally hit some gravel road, and my wife said, now we're on dirt. We were heading up toward MaxPatch. MaxPatch is a bald mountain on the North Carolina-Tennessee border in Madison County. MaxPatch was originally cleared in the early 19th century by farmers who wanted to use the area to pasture their cattle and sheep on. And throughout the first half of the 20th century, the mountain was used for a wide range of things. So it was the site for an inn for a little while. It was part of a hostel or hotel circuit. It was even an airstrip at one point before the United States Forestry Service made the purchase of that area in 1982. And they did that to preserve the historic site and to prevent it from becoming the construction site of a ski resort. But it's a summit here again on the Tennessee-North Carolina line, and it reaches an elevation of 4,629 feet. It offers a lot of sunshine, incredible views. It makes you kind of feel like you're on top of the world when you're up there. And so if you have opportunity to get off the beaten path, there are several different trails that you can take. My wife and I had done a trail called the Scenic Creek Drive, which we came off at Hardin's Den and went up that way. So there's several different ways you can go to get to MaxPatch. You probably would enjoy that. There's a short hike on up to the actual top of the mountain there, mountain loop. It's about a 2.4 mile loop that encircles the top of the mountain. It's just off, and actually the Appalachian Trail kind of comes through there. It's a great hiking site. A lot of wildflowers, blueberries, blackberries, things of that nature in their proper season. Some of the sunsets and sunrises from Max Patch, if you can get up there early enough and see it, you would find it to be very much worth the effort and the trip. So we went through by Max Patch, and then we started on down our way toward Del Rio, such as as we made our way down from Max Patch into Del Rio, the scenery was beautiful. The drive was very nice. Again, you can see the many different rigs that were in this ride. We ended our ride, or at least my wife and I did. They continued their route from Del Rio all the way back to our starting point. But my wife and I had to exit in Del Rio and head back to work. And Del Rio, by the way, is a little unincorporated community in Cobb County. It's got a population of somewhere between 21 and 2,200 people. Not a very big place at all. But the community is situated right off the French Broad River in the area there of Big Creek, and surrounded by the Appalachian Mountains. Again, just absolutely gorgeous territory. Not a whole lot of business or things of that nature in Del Rio. In fact, the average, I think, income is probably somewhere around $25,000, and so most of the families who live in that area are poverty stricken. However, there is the location, and that gives it a whole lot, because there's whitewater rafting in the areas around the border between Tennessee and North Carolina. Also whitewater rafting in Pigeon Forge. A lot of attractions in the Pigeon Forge area, which is fairly close, maybe about an hour drive away. Then you have Rocky Top Mountain. You probably will need a four-wheel drive for that, but you'll want to be sure and take your camera as well. Meadow Creek Mountain Fire Tower, beautiful little road right off of 107, and kind of up a short but yet steep hike to the fire tower there. Got some beautiful views. Walnut Mountain Shelter, which is actually 7.5 miles north of Max Patch. The little shelter was built in 1938 by Calvin Conservation Corps. And then there's Wolf Creek Falls, as well as several other attractions around there, not to mention the fishing and just the camping and things right around there off the French Broad River. A lot of history from Del Rio. Popcorn Sutton was from that area, so a lot of history and folklore out of the community as you drive in. You'll pass some of the old farms and family homesteads and things. But we had such a great time. I want to give a special thanks to the Western North Carolina Jeepers, especially to a couple we met that have a Jeep that's kind of like my son-in-law's. His name, this couple was named Aaron and Rose, or not Rose, Ray. And then thanks to Megan Johnson, to Lynn Gibson, Kreckelberg, I believe, if I'm saying that correct, and then Misty and Steve Woolsey, and Paula Boring-Beck. Thank you all so much. Hope you enjoyed the ride, and hope you can take one with us someday. Hope to see you off the beaten path.